What's up? This is Ryan.
Hey, and this is Michael. Welcome to an episode of AllDay Unpacked, and we have got a gym doozy here for you. There is a lot to break down. There was a big announcement today, and Coach Ryan was actually coaching, and so he kind of missed it and was coaching football, and so we're going to kind of run Ryan through it as we run everybody through it and kind of get some hot takes, and we're going to see if we can get grumpy Gus here to get excited about the season now, since he's not been super high on the product, but we'll see what we can do.
Just as long as you spoon feed it to me.
All right, I am going to spoon feed it to you. The first thing that they did I thought was really good was they were very clear about what their goals are. So a lot of times, like last year, they released some things, but it never felt like what were they trying to do? So they released 3 goals of what they're trying to do. First goal: make NFL AllDay the best collectible experience in the world.
Okay.
So I love this because I feel like this is them leaning into the trading card industry, into kind of that space that we've been asking them to lean into, right? Like, get out of NFT space and get into like digital trading card, because I think that's where this will sell.
What was that statement again? The best what?
The best collectible experience in the world.
Okay. Sounds kind of general, but okay.
All right, make it the place.
Grumpy Gus is still on the bus.
All right, make it the place to connect and compete with fans.
Okay.
So pretty straightforward. And then make every play, pull, and purchase more exciting than ever before. Those are the 3 goals for 2025.
Won't be hard.
It's a low bar on that one, yeah. So
I'm good with that.
Okay.
I mean, I think those are just, it sounds like they got together in a meeting room and kind of said, what are our goals? And they kind of came up with 3. Okay. Let's get to the nuts and bolts now.
Let's get to so that's the overarching piece.
We got our fluffer out of here.
Yeah, we got the fluffer out. We're into the hardcore. All right. So first things first, we've got rookie debuts coming up. So Thursday, there's going to be 3 releases every Thursday, starting this Thursday for the next 3 Thursdays, and we will have 3 waves of rookie debuts. I don't know for certain, but I'm going to guess that they're releasing different rookies each wave, because the headline reads, 2025 rookie debuts are here. Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Shedeur Sanders, Jackson Dart, and more coming August 14th. So no Ashton Genty, no, I'm trying to think of who else would be kind of in that high, like Tet McMillan, like some of the like bigger names there.
Right.
I mean, Ashton Genty being one of the big ones that's missing. Abdul Carter. So I don't know if they just didn't want to list a bunch of names and they're going to do everybody, or if they're going to kind of phase it where, maybe they're going to
I think they're going to phase. I mean, based on what you're saying, it sounds like they're going to phase it.
I think so, and that's kind of what they did last year too. And they may do it. It may be phased in the sense of, remember last year they released like a bunch of some guys, and then there was just a few of some other guys, and then the next release there'd be a bunch. So maybe they do it that way, where everybody's in the releases and it's just fewer of them. But no word on the redemptions yet. So the people who bought the packs, but those are coming.
So let me back that ass up. So when you're saying they're going to release them, you're just talking about putting the video to the moment.
I'm talking about they're going to start with the face to the moment. No video until they start actually playing.
Oh, okay. My thought was like, okay, maybe Jackson Dart had like his first like preseason touchdown. It looked pretty good.
Yeah,
just gonna pull the
I don't. They don't do preseason moments. They never have. Now there are a few people who have been clamoring for a Cam Little preseason moment for the Jags after that kick he made, but as of right now, there's never been a preseason moment.
Got it. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So okay. Got it. So they're all they're going to do is put the picture to the.
Yeah, just like last year, where there was just like that still photo, like kind of. Remember a lot of those. Guys, remember some of those guys had some really not flattering photos out there for a while. Until
I remember a guy for the Steelers. Kind of. I don't remember who he was. Running back Steelers.
You mean Roman Wilson, the
I do.
So believe it or not, he never played last year, so he is still the same photo this right now as he was then.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's one of the few. I think there's maybe like 2 guys that didn't ever get a play, and he's one of them. So,
got it.
Anyway, yeah. So it's funny that you remember him. So yeah, that one lives on in infamy. They also kind of hinted that the instant pack buybacks are going to be live now and part of this going forward. So It will be there will be an instant pack buyback if you pull rookies that you don't like or something like that.
Okay.
So that's going to be interesting when people, maybe pull a rookie that they don't like, but someone else would have liked, and so now those are going to get bought back into the system to kind of be distributed later. So it will be interesting to see how many buybacks happen now that there's rookie moments in these packs. But that is, I think a lot of O linemen are going to find their way back to Dapper. But instant pack buybacks will be part of the whole scenario going forward.
Okay.
So,
I mean, yeah.
Yep. So that's
How are you feeling about that? I mean, I know you're telling me. I mean,
it's the same as
nothing's blowing me away yet.
Well, it shouldn't.
I don't know how you felt.
This is something we already knew. There's 2,500 of each rookie. The rumor is there's going to be more burning this year, and so there needs to be more of these rookies. So 2,500 is a good number, I think. Some people, I've seen some sentiment in the Discord where some people think that 2,500 is too many. But again, it's like you have to remember that when people are burning for the rares and the legendaries and stuff, you need them. So I don't think 2,500 is too many.
Fine.
Yeah,
I mean, it might be too much for some of the later round guys, but
yeah, some of these old linemen, but they're going to sit at $1. It doesn't matter if you mint 500 or 5,000. They're going to sit at $1. So it's just the nature of the beast.
All right, turn the page. What's next?
Turn the page. Next up, autographed moments. So this is something that we have talked about quite a bit, and it has shown up on some of the ultimates. We have seen some of the ultimates have the autographs. They didn't explain how it's going to work. It sounds like it may just be like certain moments, but there are going to be autographed moments for the rookie debuts for 2025. They're not going back into 2024 or 3 or back in the to add autographs to old moments. It will be new moments going forward. But they are going to add autographed editions to some of these. So
I hope they pick random moments to be autographed, because that will sell more packs. Because again, people will buy more packs to dig for those autographed moments.
Yep.
I hope they just pick moment number 747 and 1900. They just pick random ones and they make them autographed, and then people got to dig for them.
Yep, no, I agree, really, and I think that's kind of something that mimics the cardboard world, where there's like autograph moments or special ones where you're ripping through packs trying to find not just that rookie moment but that autograph version. It'd be cool if they maybe only 10% of each rookie debut had an autograph or something, or 5% or 1% or whatever they decide to do.
I think 10% wouldn't be bad.
Yeah. So it says on-chain autographs are supplementing our most prestigious sets, including rookie debut, dropping this week. So it sounds like autographs could be appearing as early as this week.
That's cool. How do we know they're legit, though?
How do we know they're legit?
I'm being a dick.
Yeah. So just earlier we put out that tweet that asked for some feedback. So shout out to Huey, who asked, he wanted us to address whether we thought that the autographs will be tied to leaderboards, meaning will your position on the leader, and I think this is what he meant, will your position on the leaderboard determine you getting a shot at autographed moments? And so
that's not a bad idea.
I thought it was a really good idea. What I would really like to see them do is I'd like to see them kind of split it. So I'd like to see them set aside and say, hey, top 10, let's say, and again, I don't know how many autograph versions there is going to be, but the top X number of people on that person's leaderboard are going to get an autograph moment. And then I want to see some randomly just in packs, so that that whoever could just pull one out of a pack too. So I'd love to see that split.
I think serials 1 through 10 should be autographed.
And player number too.
And player number, and then the was it the magic number?
The perfect serial, the last.
The perfect serial, yes. So I feel like those all should be autographed, and then kind of having a leaderboard and then being able to get one of those from being on the leaderboard, and then the other ones like moment 747 just randomly people get.
Well, I have a feeling they're going to do something similar to what they did last year, which was if you wanted to get the player number of a rookie, they did burning even for the common ones. There was a burn to get that player's jersey number.
Right.
And so I would imagine that we'll see something very similar to get an autographed jersey moment, or however they decide to do that. But they haven't really explained how the jersey stuff will work. But interesting. And then also shout out to Fisher in the Discord, who was saying that his favorite part of the announcement is the autographs. He's super excited about that. And he wants to know. So we should get a baseline measurement going into this. Like, what's your excitement level going into the season right now, 1 through 10?
Who? Me?
You, yeah.
Why don't you go first?
I would say so. I'm going to give my pre-announcement number, which I would say probably going into the season.
That's what we're doing is pre-announcement.
Pre-announcement, yeah, pre-announcement. I would
Okay.
say I'm probably like maybe like a 5, going into the season 5 or 6 out of 10. That's where I was at.
Okay.
What about you?
I would say, and you're saying I don't know anything about the announcements.
I'm saying nothing I've told you
Yep,
yet.
okay.
So just how are you
Right,
feeling?
I don't know
yesterday?
what they are. Okay. 3 to 4.
3 to 4. Okay, that's fair.
Probably.
Yeah. All right. So. Okay. So good on that. We'll talk about it at the end, and we'll see where excitement levels are.
Yeah.
there.
See where. Yeah.
For sure. Anyway, so you and I think we agree that being on the leaderboard should help you get some access to the autographs. I think they should cut out a small portion or a portion of them. Again, I don't know the numbers, so have some portions set aside for folks who are on the leaderboards to get those moments.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
Okay. All right. So that's autograph moments. We're going to switch gears now into, I think probably, I don't want to say the biggest curveball of this, but to me the thing that I did not see coming, which is that that AllDay is aiming to be the quote unquote NFL's social network. So what they are proposing is that you will be able to get real-time news from top NFL reporters directly in your feed. You will never miss a great deal with alerts on key marketplace transactions, and you will get game updates and chase the moments as they happen. So let's break these 3 down. Number 1, get real-time news from NFL reporters directly in your feed. So it sounds like what they're going to do is they're going to integrate NFL Network reporter tweets and such into the NFL AllDay app, or the website, or whatever they do there.
Is Ian Rappaport going to get a moment or what?
I don't think they're going to get any moments, but I think they're going to get we're going to see them kind of integrated, which I think is interesting. Like I like what they're trying to do, which is they're trying to get more NFL. I think they're trying to get more people into the door, and so this is a way to get. It's a reason to be in the app. It's a reason to be participating and such, and we'll get more into that later. But I think there's something here.
It all sounds fine to me. I mean, it's like I think what they're trying. It sounds like what they're trying to do to me is like when people are watching during game day, it's like they want you to be on NFL AllDay and
stay.
If you can get those updates right there, then yeah, you're staying. So
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So the second part: never miss a great deal with alerts on key marketplace transactions. So
Never miss a deal.
Never miss a great deal. So meaning that I think that what that to me signifies is saying, can I put a price alert and say, hey, if someone lists a Mahomes debut for, less than $200, give me, send me a notification so I can go buy it.
Yeah, maybe that's what that does mean. I thought that it meant something like, if somebody buys a moment, they're going to kind of blast that out like, hey, somebody just bought a legendary Josh Allen.
They are absolutely going to do that. That was something that was kind of pictured, like showing like people who buy moments and such. But the never miss a great deal. So to me,
I think it's kind of goes the own the moment part of this. That's what I think. It's going to be like you're going to see all that information. I think that's probably what it is.
So I think there's a lot to be determined, and there's more coming around this, but.
Sure.
Hey, let's just wildly speculate because that's what we're here to do. So,
yes.
Yeah. So, and then getting game updates and chasing the moments as they happen. So, getting game updates, I get that one. That makes sense. But chasing the moments as they happen.
That could be interesting.
I mean, are we looking at real-time mints? Like, are we looking at a real-time mint of moments or something here? Because that would be.
I feel like your inner broadcaster just came out in you. Like, are we looking at real-time mints?
My Communications 101 class finally just paid off.
Yeah. I mean, if they can, it's not even that they'd have to be real time. Just like even if they're the day of.
But I mean, how cool that would be. Really, now think about this.
Can I just say, with AI? I mean, I would think that you could probably say, like, take the best 3 highlights and plug them into, the moments as they happen.
Yeah,
I would think there's some way to do it.
And it would be interesting if they were to do things where, where limited windows to mint those moments, right? And maybe it's, it's a whatever. They just put a price on it and you mint it at this price, or you burn something, or there's some kind of way to mint that moment for the day or for the week or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I don't want to be whatever, but I feel like that kind of sounds like, that sounds more promising than it's probably going to be.
I feel the same. I think I'm reading these very optimistically, and
yes.
and that's okay. So here's the thing. Yeah. I'm going to be optimistic, and then I feel like that's kind of my pattern is I want to go in optimistic and then let them break my heart, and that's just the way it's going to be. So I am being optimistic.
That's fair. One. I got my heart broken on team moments, so I'm not as optimistic.
I know you have. All right, so that's the NFL social network kind of piece.
Okay.
All right,
okay,
moving on.
That's cool. I like it. Yeah.
Okay. So now we're talking about your collection, right? Your collection. Track your grails, show off your best pulls, and build a collection that reflects your love for the game.
Okay.
So, what are you pulling out of this?
Nothing.
All right. I'm pulling out that really they're just creating a way for us to kind of pin moments, maybe on our profile at the top, show off your top 5 moments that you own, kind of, or maybe a jersey number or something, or put them up there just so that when people visit your page that they can kind of see what are your, kind of who are you a fan of, what are your best moments, that type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it could very well be that.
There was a graphic they put up with, it showed like a collection card so that you'd be able to share your moment. And it kind of had like the video off to the side and like a little description with some details to the left. So it looked like that there's maybe, they're coming up with a way to share that more, to put it out there on social media, maybe draw more people in, create some interest that way for sharing moments and such.
Got it.
The next piece of the text read, from team completions to milestone achievements, your NFL All-Day profile becomes a living trophy case for the moments that matters most to you.
Okay. What's your takeaway on that?
My takeaway is, again, I think that kind of supports above and what we're saying. The one thing that kind of stood out to me was from team completions. So what does that mean? What does from team completions mean? Meaning, if I collect all my team, like what? Because right now there's nothing you really get. So there's
part of me that says N'Keal Harry, and then there's part of me that's like, don't get excited.
Is it a trophy? Are they going back to those? Like, are they doing special banners maybe if you have a complete team? I doubt it's a moment. I think it's probably going to be more like a banner or a...
No, I'm just saying, but if you have every guy from every, do you got the Tracy Walker from the Lions? Do you have the... are they going to... To me, it would be cool, like we've talked about this for a long time, that they would say you'd have to have every moment from your team. Are you really like a team collector? And then, how they did tickets to the games? Like, if you really are a fan and you've got a moment from every player on the team, then, then that, they should have some type of leaderboard for that. To me, that's where my heart goes, but I'm skeptical.
Well, and leaderboards will be back. Team leaderboards will be back. Rookie leaderboards will be back. So we'll have those back in again.
Yeah.
And then so another question we got again from Huey was, is mint to completion returning? Meaning mint to completion was kind of the idea of where you had to get the kind of the old playbook sets where you would get, you would have the moments that would equal out the guy that would be kind of the bonus pack that you would get at the end of the week. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, okay.
In 23 and 22.
You mean like it was like a weekly thing? They had like Lamar Jackson one week. They had
No, that was last year. It was the one where it was kind of where they did with some uncommons and some rares, and they would mint the moment to however many people completed the playbook tasks and had...
yeah, okay. And so, I remember that. And then sometimes, there was ones that would end up being very low, and then...
Right.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
And so are they returning that feature here? Would something like this allow them to return that feature? I
mean, I like that. That was a fun time.
Yeah, I love it, but I don't think it's gonna. I don't think this is I see this as more of a vehicle for like banners, special pages to put your moments on, special backgrounds, that kind of thing. I don't know if this will be the vehicle they use for Mint to complete. I think
they're trying to come up with ways to like show off your collection.
Right.
I don't see the allure of that. Maybe other people do. I guess it would be cool to be like, hey, check this out. This is what it looks like. But it's not like I'm going to go around saying like, check this out. I think you can only do it a couple times, and then it kind of, to like help spread the product. I think it helps, but posting them on social media, I don't know. Would that, like, I guess maybe.
Yeah.
Would you post it on your personal social media that, like, hey, I got a Joe Burrow? Like, I don't know.
I might, yeah. I would certainly. I think our AllDay account we would use. That's become kind of where I post now more anyway, and so I'd be happy to like share moments and when other people get
I would
stuff,
share it with the
repost,
community, but I wouldn't be likely to share it with people outside the community. That's what I'm
I
saying.
feel
so
like
that's
Twitter/X has gotten so fragmented anyway that I don't like. I'm not, when I look at what's on there, I feel like there's not a lot of other things that I'm interested on that platform anyway. So I almost kind of use, like when I'm on X, it's 98% of the time it's for AllDay and not for anything else really. So
Sure.
Okay. All right. So I think we agree. We would love to see Mint to Completion come back. I don't think this is an indicator of that per se. I didn't see any indicators, but would love to see that aspect back. Just, again, another avenue to engage people, to create value for moments because that's one of those things that I think you and I both really liked, which was, hey, everybody's got to go get that. And I know you always say Donald Driver, so we'll say Donald Driver. You need that Donald Driver this week because that was the call. It was the, whoever had the most receptions, and wouldn't you know, Donald Driver came out of retirement and caught a bunch of 1-yard routes, and he's the guy. So now we all need him. All right. So shareable moments as cards we talked about. Just the idea of that those moments will now be shareable, social media, within communities and such.
Sure.
I agree with what you're saying. It'll be interesting to see. I think it will be shared a lot within the community. We'll be curious to see if it gets how much people are willing to share it outside of the community. And I think the big thing is, like, can you share it outside of the community, and will it bring people in? And then if so, why? And I think we're getting to the why. So we're getting there. We're close. New tools. So we've seen a couple of those new tools dropped. We saw the transaction page. We saw the what's remaining in the pack, which we dropped. Or, well, you were coaching, so I dropped an earlier video today about that, which is a nice feature. There's a little bit of a bug. They fixed that. Everything's looking good on that. I really like that feature. I love being able to see what's left in a pack like that, especially on the pack drop page, and it's live. They got the stats. It's very nice.
I think that sounds fantastic. I got no problem with that.
They also teased being able to track moment historical data and trends. So again, I think a lot of the own the moment stuff we're going to see starting to be integrated in some capacity. That can't come fast enough. Yeah, I would love to see that type of information around the moments, just so that people have an idea of what to offer. Should I offer, or is this a good deal? Should I just buy this? All of that kind of things. And they also teased Offers 2.0. So a new version of Offers. They're going to add a layer of, kind of a layer of depth to it. It sounds like. Wanted to get your thoughts.
I would love to see bids. I would love to see it like almost like a stock market where it's like, you see bids come in and I know you see offers, like people offer, but it like almost like a, like you can watch a ticker and like bids that come in and you're like, okay, I'll do it. Just like kind of like almost that real time, like you're sitting there like, oh gosh, that would be kind of more, I don't know, it'd be fun to watch.
Yeah, or to even be able to like look at a moment and see the list of all, like it's weird because it's hit and miss. Not every moment, but there are certain moments when you click on, you can actually see the offers on that moment. But then a lot of other moments you can't see any of the offers. So I think it'd be great to be able to just have that be universal, where you see, just again, full transparency. See all the offers, see who's offering what, like let it be known. It's all out there on the blockchain. Throw it out there. Show it. Yep. So again, anything we can do to increase transparency. But I like the idea of improving offers. I would also like them to see. I'd love to see them expand offers to specific serial numbers. So if I see that you've got whatever.
Yes. Right.
A player that I want,
Put
a jersey number I want, then I can specifically put an offer in on that jersey number or a range of numbers or something like that. I think that would be fantastic for people who want to hunt cereals and things like that.
I think that's a no-brainer. I think that absolutely should do that. But they haven't done that, is what you're saying. So
they have
what
not.
have they done?
Not available.
So I'm still waiting for the big meatball that's coming down here.
Here it comes. Ready? Gamification. Yeah. So last year we just had Playbook last year, and they have expanded Playbook and they have added games. So this one's kind of the meatball. So Playbook is back. There are 3 levels of Playbook. There is a pro level, there is a classic level, and there is a free level. So we'll start with free. Free level is you don't have to even own a moment. You can just play Playbook and that's it. So again,
and you could do that last year, right?
There were you could. Well,
I mean, you could do like the free version.
The free version, yep. So the free version is back. I think were there 4 versions last year, or were there 3?
I think there were. I think there was like a free, and then there was a common,
common, rare, and legendary, right?
Yeah.
So this is a little bit different. It's a little bit. I think it's a little bit more like the Top Shot game was, which was so. The Top Shot game, I don't think they had the free version. I think they just had the classic and the pro. So this free version, I think the idea is let people play who are not moment owners. So anybody can play. So again, if we're creating the NFL's social media hub, we have to allow for people who don't own moments to have a level of participation. So I think that's what free is for. And guess what you win? You win Dapper Bucks or you win packs or things like that. Great. Now
did they say specifically what you win?
I didn't hear.
Did they say specific?
No, they didn't.
They say specifically? Oh, okay. I didn't. I just hope they're giving away good enough prizes to get asses in the seats.
I mean, it's going to be less than the other stuff. That's just the way it's
going to be. Well,
it
should be, but I mean, again, if it's, it's like, if you're walking away with like 2 Dapper Bucks, it's like,
Well, remember, so last year it was, I think what's going to be different is that last year it was like split pots. And I don't know. I don't know if that's the way they're going to go back. I think... I don't know, but it feels like the way that it's like being framed. I don't see it as like. I wonder if they're going to get away from split pots. I felt like there was a graphic I saw, and it was.
Well, give me the stuff.
Yeah,
give me the.
We can come back. So, all right, next layer is going to be that classic level. So, what's interesting here is it says all moments, all tiers can play classic. So, I don't know. It didn't explicitly say if there would be an advantage to playing a legendary versus a common, but it made it sound like you can just play any tier of moment and play it. I don't know if there will be a specific advantage to any tiers or not. That was not said or denied, right? So that there's some speculation around that and what those moments, how they'll play out. But as of right now, it makes it look like you can just play. You could play with all commons, or you could play with all legendaries.
And there's pro level.
Then there's pro level, and the pro level is a lot. It sounds like it's going to be again like the Top Shot game, which is where you play, but there are like little twists to it. So, for instance, it'll be like put a player out who's going to throw for 250 yards, a running back who's going to score 2 touchdowns, and somebody who's going to have 5 tackles. And it's got to have like a dynamic moment badge on it, or it's got to be from like the Hollow Icon series last year, or from the Metal Gold series last year. So they're going to lock it to certain sets. To play the pro version, it's going to be like you have to play it from a certain set, and
which will be all the new sets.
So I think maybe later in the year, but not early in the year, because there won't be enough of the moments out there won't be enough of those moments out for it to make sense. So I think the first 8 weeks we're going to see a lot of old sets get some play here. But I don't know how far they're going to go back. So what I wanted to get, and one of the questions that we got from Jungle Rules, so shout out for that, would be just like what badges and what sets we think are going to be useful for Pro Playbook.
I mean, I got to think anything new. Like I think they're going to use the heck out of last season.
Yeah.
and
So the
you know,
metal
possibly-
gold, which was the rare set, the hollow icon, which was the legendary set. I think those
right,
are.
and you're talking
layups.
for the pro, yeah. Like I mean,
Yep.
yeah. Like again, like any of the higher end sets from last year
Yeah.
that were newer. I mean, again, they always tend to gravitate towards, the kind of the bottom line. So I think at the end of the day, they're going to go to what's going to bring in the most bucks. So I think that they'll go with that.
I also think they're going to go and use. I think launch codes will come back. I think launch codes will be used.
I don't believe it.
I feel like it has to, because the launch codes has been released every single year. There's been a launch code set every single year.
They might do it one time, but I don't think it's going to be.
There's so many quarterbacks in launch codes. I feel like, I'm going to say I think launch codes get some play. And I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say I think that the What a Drive series, the Team Moment series, will get some play one week. As like a team defense. Put a team down from the What a Drive series that is going to get 3 sacks this week, or 2 turnovers, or something like that.
That's a ballsy prediction.
It is
ballsy.
I'm putting my balls on the line for this one. I'm calling my shot, and I'm saying because here's the thing, that's a series, a set. Every team's in it. There's the legendaries, which are the more kind of favorable teams, are a lot more limited. I think that's a play. I think that's going to happen in the pro set.
Okay.
So that's my wild card. My launch codes is my again. I think metal gold. I think hollow icon. I think launch codes. I think those are pretty safe bets. If you really want to get ballsy, I think that team one is going to be the one that shows up like week 3 or week 2 and just causes chaos because everybody's been selling them, and then all of a sudden everybody's like scrambling to get these things because they want to have a good team to play or whatever. That's just it's probably just the chaotic, like me wanting to see chaos in the marketplace. That would be me. That's what I would do, just to throw the marketplace in the chaos.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair.
All right, any other sets? Like I'm trying to think of like, the problem is some of the some of the sets have been renamed over years, and so it's like last year we had defensive
like, is Ball Hawk
gems,
still around?
Ball Hawk in the trenches. None of those have really stuck around long enough.
Well, I mean, Ball Hawks did 2, maybe 3.
I think it did 2. I don't think it did 3. I think it did 2. I think the only set that's really maintained is launch codes.
I mean, I'd have to really dig down and look at that. I mean, I can't even.
Yeah.
Again, I don't even think they're going to use. I mean, like what you said about launch codes. I mean, yeah, maybe they use it like once or twice, but I think they're gonna go after the. I mean, again, if they sell like these metallic gold ones and
they got to use launch codes more than once. There's no way that there's just so many quarterbacks in that. You don't think so?
There's tons of quarterbacks in some of these other sets too.
That's a fair.
And they're much more high value, and they definitely. I mean, historically they've done the same thing every time. I don't think that they are going to change their game. That's my take. Again, you're talking to Grumpy Gus over here.
That's true. You are Grumpy Gus, and so
the glass is half empty.
I'm pulling up the sets to see some other things. You got.
I'm still waiting. You were talking about this gamification. I got some of it, but I'm still waiting for more.
All right, so that was the pro game. So
okay, so we got the free, the classic, and the pro.
Yep. So before we move off pro, there was one last question, which was, do you think that there will be gatekeeping on the pro playbooks to sets? Meaning, you can only play, like they'll say you can only play this week if you have the full launch code set, or if you have the full metal gold set, or whatever. And would they gatekeep the things like that? I don't think they would. I feel like because it would just be too much of a barrier for people, and they want to encourage people to buy moments to like kind of ape in and such. So I don't think that they will, but I would.
They might try it.
Maybe
try it and see if it's an attainable set or something. Let me look at the numbers and say, okay, this many people have it, or I don't know.
I would love to see reward collectors and people who have, especially anybody who's maintained a set if anybody's willing to lock a set from Series 1 still, like if someone's still got like Afterburners or like In the Trenches from Series 1, like throw them a bone or something, like give them something, because I just feel like
for that bone for years.
I know it won't happen, but
that bone is not coming.
I know, but I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say that I wish that they would, again, just, it doesn't have to be anything huge, just something.
Not gonna do it.
All right, well, you're probably right, but that's still my wish. Okay, moving on.
Yep.
We got a Pickem. So the Pickem League, we've talked about this before. We kind of saw it coming. So there's a Pickem game, which is just picking teams, and for winners, there's no details around it yet. They did say there's going to be like blogs, and like the teams that are creating the game are going to like kind of explain what's going on and how the games are going to work. But there'll be a Pickem game where you pick teams.
Is it just one game?
No, it sounds like it's going to be multiple. I don't know if it's going to be every game, but it's going to be multiple games, and then we don't know. It didn't say whether or not, like, do you need just any moment from that team? Do you need a team moment? Do you even need a moment? Like, it didn't say, so no idea on that one, but that's out there.
You know what? The fact that they're in that territory means that they got a brain in their head, so A+ on that. That's just simple, and I think that's great that they're doing that.
And I think it's great too. I'm wondering, just because of seeing how they're doing kind of some of the stuff with the free, like I wonder, will they do two versions where there's like a one where you need moments and one where you don't? So, or maybe they let you pick some games with no moment, and you have to have a moment to pick a few of the games, or I don't know. But
I mean, I see that kind of going like last year. I think it's going to be one of those things where they're going to try things and they're going to be like, oh, that didn't work, and then they're going to try something that worked, and I think it'll be like a up and down, and they'll kind of find their groove, and then they'll kind of probably just ride it out.
Yeah.
And they'll hopefully learn from it and then kind of make it better for the next year.
Yeah. All right. One more game. So we had all those playbooks, we got the Pickem League, and then we have this new game called One and Done. And I didn't know what One and Done was, so I had to use a little Chat GPT today. One and Done is basically it's like a way to play where basically you use one player across like a set amount of time. Usually it's like a season or like an 8-week span or whatever. You can only use that player one time. And so the way it works is in week 1 you pick. It looks like you're picking. It said you pick players. So let's say you pick a quarterback, a running back, a receiver, a tight end, and a kicker, and a defensive player. I don't know how many players you pick, but you're going to put together a team. And let's say you use Mahomes and Kelsey and Rashee Rice and all the Chiefs. So you use them week 1. You cannot use them again until the league resets. And I don't know if that's the whole year or if it's 8 weeks, but that's what a one and done league. That's how that works. So that was a new. I've not played in a one and done league before, but apparently it's a thing that people use. It's popular in the playoffs, I guess, too, for fantasy players as well. But nonetheless, so, and again, I don't know. Maybe they do something where if maybe if you have a legendary of a player, it resets after 6 weeks versus a common takes 12 weeks, or I don't know, but. Nonetheless, it's a one and done, or maybe it's a one and done, and you never. It doesn't matter. You just don't. You can only use players once, and that's just that. Thoughts on that?
I mean, I think it sounds adventurous, and I think it sounds like a good idea. I mean, I'm not going to hate it. Like, if they're trying new ideas like that, I'm not going to hate on anything like that. So, to me, like, am I like excited about that? I'm not excited about it, but I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, I like that they're spreading the like. Last year on Playbook, it felt very kind of hit and miss. Like there'd be a week where it would hit and people would get great amounts of money and like whatever, and then there'd be weeks where no one would get anything. And what it feels like they're doing here is making it so that there's like more consistent payouts, and it's and being spread out over multiple games where maybe you're not getting as much money, but people are. It's more people are getting money, and I think the more people that win, the better they feel. Like if 5 people win $5,000, that's great. But if 50 people win $500, that's way better, right?
I completely agree.
It's not as much money, but it's still a good amount. So, and
just hearing those 3 games that you've mentioned, my takeaway is this: it sounds like Playbook to me sounds like it got worse. I think that like it sounds like they're going to do like the free version, which is something that we probably wouldn't partake in. But I like the fact that they're doing the free version. I think the free version should definitely exist. And then they're doing the classic mode, which is like, again, my guess is they're probably going to give away really small prizes for that. So it's, my interest in playing that. And then there'll be the pro version, but it seems like, again, this pro version probably going to be like the really high-end level moments. So it's like you're going to be competing with like the big dogs. And so it just, my feeling is that classic is going to be too basic and that the other pro is going to be too on the top end. So it's just, again, where does that leave like most collectors kind of just maybe sitting on the sideline a little bit? So I take that and I look at that as like a little bit of a regression on that. But I like the other two games that have been added to the mix. So to me, like you said, it gives you more variety.
Yeah, I'll push back a little bit because they and I don't know if these numbers are official, but they put a mock-up image when they posted on X, and for the pro game it says win up to $25,000 in balance, and for the classic game it's win up to $10,000 in balance. So I think there's going to be a pretty good chunk of money set aside for classic as well. Now, I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's going to get split multiple ways or if it's just going to be a lot more people competing for the same amount of spots. Where maybe they do it where it's like the top person gets 1,000 and then the next three get 500 and then I don't know what they're going to do.
It's going to be broken into a million pieces. Yeah, I mean, do you remember last year when they took I don't remember how they had it divided up, what leagues they had it in, but towards the end of the season, they started making some of the lower end contests worth more money. Yeah. And I felt like it made it a lot more fun to like partake in those.
Well, and that's what I think they're doing here is it's, again, you look, I mean, granted it's not the same amount, but 25 versus 10, it's not far off. So I think there'll be a good set of money aside for the classic play as well. I'll be curious to see.
But I think the amount of people that play in it versus the other one, I feel like there's going to be this elite, like to me, what they should be doing is they should be doing like free, classic, and like pro, and then they should have like the elite high rollers club where if you don't own over a certain amount of money, you can't even get into it. Yeah. Like they need the high rollers club where it's like you got to have X amount of like guys, and then you can actually have access to a page, and people like me can't even see it. Yeah. Like that's, and then like, oh, I want to get in the high rollers club. So it's like, I gotta get some more moments to get in there. So it's like, then like they can like take these really elite class of people and like they almost have their own little game that they do. And I feel like, again, it's like that fear of like not having like that access. So people want to buy more to get into that club. And that way it's like everybody else can still play. And then maybe they can come up with some way to kind of fund that, because again, these people are spending a lot of money on their product. So, and then it's like people like me don't see how much it is. So it's like we want to know, and then people are going to be on Discord like, how much was it? How much? And then like, really? Oh wow, I got to get in there. So to me, like that would be more of like how I would approach it.
And I think that's going to actually be the way it works out, because again, pro, if you look at Top Shot, it's you can participate certain nights and maybe you win that night or that week in NFL. You win that week because you were able, because you had launch codes or you had a bunch of the guys from that set. Mm-hmm. But there are also going to be, I'm imagining, like overall prizes. And I don't know if it'll be on Playbook or I don't know which ones of these leagues, but I'm guessing that there will be, like on the Pickem and One and Done, there will be prizes and then there'll be overall prizes. And so the people who truly have collections will get prizes. You know what I'm saying? Like there'll be something there for people who sustain over the season, because just from reading that's the sentiment I get, is that it's not just going to be weekly. It sounds like they're going to be doing more across the season too, to like keep people engaged. Or like I'm looking at Top Shot and thinking that they're going to do something similar, and so breaking up the season like if I were to take from Top Shot, I would think that they'll break the season into like halves. So weeks 1 through 8, weeks 9 through 17, actually there's 18. So I'm sorry. So 1 through 9 and then 10 through 18. And so you maybe have like overall winners over the first 9 weeks and then overall winners over the second 9 weeks. So that's what's leading me to believe that there will be like overall winners too, and that's where people who are, like you're saying, the high rollers will really shine, because there'll be guys who win like week 1 and week 4, but then can't score anything week 2, 3, 5, and 6 because they just don't have the guys. But the high rollers who've got it all, they're going to play every week, and they're going to be competitive to the end.
Sure. Okay.
But again, we'll see how that plays out.
What other announcements you got?
All right, so that was like the big one. This from here, we're going to wind down a little bit and talk about just some of the release dates. So they kind of just said they give a timeline of late August or early September, and said that what will be rolling out is player and team leaderboard launch, submit your lineups for the new game modes, the social feed, club and influencer partnerships. That's what was announced for August to September. The thing that stood out to me here
that I like that.
Which one?
The club, and like they need influencers, they need partnerships, they need to do that. That is fucking huge. Yeah. To me that's the big fireworks of the whole damn thing right here.
It could be depending on the influencers that they get, but when I saw that, I knew you would like that, because you have definitely said that you would like to see them get influencers involved, and it looks like they are going to try to do that.
Yeah, good for them. That's smart. Yeah. That's how you put asses in the seats. This other bullshit, like, I mean, nothing against it, but like, you want to get it out there, get a big name pushing it, or get some smaller names pushing it. Like that will get asses in the seats. I like that.
Nope, I agree. So I'll be curious to see. I feel so. What I'll say is I don't think I've ever seen them promise so much. I want to see now. Yeah. The question is, can they deliver on this?
Probably not. But I mean, again, just the fact that they're like they want to do it now. Again, like, I don't know if they've got the finances to do it, or what, but I don't even know if they've got the team to do it. I mean, how many people actually work for them anymore? I mean, we don't really know. But the bottom line is, like, they've got the best of intentions.
Yeah. I will say that, to your point, even with these lofty ambitions, if they can deliver, let's say they deliver on influencer partnerships, and they'll run the playbook as it is, and they wind up getting in like more people in through the free games and through the social media stuff or whatever. You don't have to hit on all this stuff. If you just hit on the right ones, that could be a game changer for this platform.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go out on a limb here, but I will, and say that, I would give up playbook for a season and just take I'd just take like moments. If they took all that money, that prize money, and they put it into influencers, because again, we'd all benefit on the back end, because then our value would go up. It's like getting more people in the mix is going to make this whole thing go. So I'd rather see them invest in the product and try to get more asses in the seats than any of this playbook stuff.
Understood, but the one thing I'll say is that the money that people win through playbook is Dapper bucks, and so it's not. I don't want to say it's funny money, but it's not like coming out of people's pocket. It's a manufactured.
Well, they still have to pay a royalty.
Yeah,
they still have to pay a royalty. So again,
they do for the moments, but giving us money to to create more churn as we buy moments from one another is makes them money, because they make money off the marketplace.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And I will say that I've seen. I don't know what's happened, but it seems like the supply on Floaty has dried up. Like, I used to go on Floaty and see like tons of like sub-dollar moments, and like it felt like every player you could, even from a lot of the commons, like sub $1 moments. I feel like a lot of that supply has been drying up lately. I don't know if people are buying it, or if it's maybe I'm just searching for players that other people are looking for, and I'm just I've just got good taste right now in players. But I feel like
AllDay was on there buying it all back.
You think? Oh yeah, or maybe they are. You're right. It could be.
There's you want to like distributing new packs and just buying those back and throwing them in there.
Yeah, I didn't even look to see if like the AllDay account had bought things off of Floaty for like 10 cents. Like, that would be smart. Yeah.
Especially since they're redistributing like all those old packs, it's like, why not?
No, it's a good point. I had not considered that nor looked at it, but just something that I had noticed is that Floaty just seems a little bit less. Like, which I think is great. The floor of prices, we've talked about this, traditionally has dropped, but I feel like this year it there's not a lot of room for it to drop, but it did hold pretty well. Right. Even like the legendaries and such, like a lot of them, like the historicals are a different story, just because people.
What is the floor on Floaty right now for like a common? Is it still like 9-10 cents?
I would imagine, but let's.
Okay, like Top Shot is like maintaining at 25 cents.
Is it?
Like, I mean, to me, like, you know, there's a lot more moments through Top Shot. So, you know, I think that, to me, that's an indicator of, you know, if they wanted to.
10 cents is the floor price. So I think I've just got good taste. But I would say there's not tons of 10. I'm scrolling and I'm already into 11 cents.
Okay. There's probably a lot of them.
12. Yeah, so there's a lot of comments out there still to be had for 11, 12 cents.
Got it.
I'll tell you what, if they would just add a bulk buy, I would just really wish someone would add a bulk buy. Because it's like sometimes you just want to buy. If I go in floaty, I would be way more apt to just say, okay, I'll just buy a bunch of commons.
$30 worth of stuff. Yeah, just load the boat and let's go.
Start at 10 cents and just give me whatever $30 will give me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, to me, again, that would be a no-brainer right there. People would do that left and right. And
I agree, but I think it's hard to write, you know, because they're transactions to all the different accounts, and so I don't know if that's the difficulty of it, but man, I still feel like it still would be a worthwhile endeavor to, even if you could do 10 at a time or something, it would just be such a nice feature, especially when you're buying, you know, when you want to buy common moments to burn or this or that or whatever. So
yes, I can tell you that I've been on there to the point where I'm just like, I cannot buy these anymore.
Yeah, I'm trying to complete your common sets and stuff.
Yes, it's just like at a certain point, it's just like it's overload, and I would buy more.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to buy more. But maybe they don't want me buying on floaty.
You're missing out on pennies, floaty. You're missing out on pennies worth of profit.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
anything
that is
about
what I've got.
moments?
That's everything I had. That is everything broken down. Obviously, there's more details to come on all of this. So I will now do a pulse check. Where are you at now, excitement level wise?
Here's what I'll say. I want to be excited. I'm not like, I think the own the moment stuff like that they're doing is fantastic. That's great. I think the fact that they're trying to do like influencer stuff, I think that's fantastic. Some of the game stuff, it just sounds like they're still like, I don't know. I mean, again, I think I'd feel different when I see it. You know, it's one thing to talk about, it's another thing to see it and be like, oh, that looks cool. You know, so right now, I mean, I'm probably, I said I was like a 3 or 4. I'm like a 4 or 5. I'm not really that much more.
So it did not move the needle for you much.
No, it did a little. I mean, it just, again, I think when you look at it, it's like I hear these things and I start to speculate in my mind and connect the dots, but I always know that you got to see it before you actually can like get pumped.
No, that's a fair.
I think that's, and I'm probably more of like the
pessimist of the
conservative, like, you know, like I'm not going to get too pumped up because I've been kind of burnt on it a couple times.
Yeah.
So, it sounds like they're trying to make moves, and I cannot fault anybody. Like there's nothing on there that makes me mad. Yeah. There's nothing that makes me go, what the hell are they doing?
I will say that there's not, like, when you read the list, there's not something where you're just like, what are they thinking? So, So I'll say,
at least they're out of that zone.
Yeah, I will say that if I were to look at this list and if I look at it pessimistically and say that they're like, if I assume the worst out of everything that's a little bit gray right now, I would say my excitement's somewhere between like a 5 and a 6. And if I look at everything optimistically, probably somewhere more around like an 8, maybe even getting closer to a 9. If they really, again, if they deliver on, you know, collabing with influencers, if they get more people, if we start seeing new people in the, you know, in buying things and like showing up and things start, you know, kind of moving or whatever, and the floor moves up a few dollars here and there and stuff. Mm-hmm. If we start seeing that, like, then I think then my excitement, you know, because when I read this, that's what should happen if this happens. Like, it sounds like they're working closer with the NFL. And if they're getting more in bed with the NFL, I think that is a very smart move, because that is a huge marketing machine. I don't know what the NFL's interest level in this is. It seems high, and it seems like they don't want it to fail. And if that's the case, then man, it's like that's lean on them and get them involved. And this thing could really, you know, we could really start to see a lot of like positivity.
Yeah, I think they got to be looking at this and going, okay, look at the NBA. The Top Shot is going in the right direction.
Yeah.
The NFL is more popular than the NBA in the United States.
Right. and that's what it is.
So
I think there's probably a
they gotta be
bigger
asking-
international market for NFT. Like I think that's, if I were to think about like
I
why is the
understand that.
NBA
Yeah, I
doing
know.
better, it's international
Yeah.
market.
I understand that, but I mean, they just got to be asking themselves, like, what are we doing wrong? Like, there's got to be, there's only like 5,000 of a moment. Like, why do we have so many people not showing up? Like,
Right.
what could we possibly be doing that's so wrong? Because people see this, they say it looks cool, but still, we're not moving the needle. So I think what they're doing is they're trying different avenues, and
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Again.
we'll see, and we'll be, obviously we'll be here to talk about it.
Yeah, and I'll still say it till this day. It's just going to take one ding dong who's on social media to say, "Oh, I love these things." It'll take somebody you probably hate,
Logan Paul.
on social media. Yeah, it'll be somebody like that who starts collecting them, and then they'll make a video about it, and then everybody will be like wanting to get on that train,
Yeah.
and it's like that's where it'll go, and it's just a matter of, if they've got pull at the NFL, then
Yeah.
somebody's got to have a connection somewhere.
There are millions and millions of NFL fans. It's exposure, it's awareness. I mean, I go back to when you and I went to Texan Stadium.
Houston.
We walked around. We were showing people, getting people on the platform, and people liked it. They just didn't know about it. No one just knew about. Like, there was we were asking people before we showed it to them if they had even ever heard of it, and they were just like, no. People
Right.
just don't know about this product.
Right.
So-
And I think the idea of digital football cards is still it sounds like they're going like the way of the collector.
Yep.
Everything sounds like it's lined up. It's just can they get it? I'm cheering for them. I hope they get it. And
Oh,
it's
yeah, I
not
think
just
we
'cause
all
I've got
are.
a collection and I want to. Everybody wants to see their collection grow, but it's just like we've seen this from the ground up, and it would just be nice to see them actually achieve it and watch everybody's account. Just like I want to see my account grow in value, but I want to see everybody's that's stuck around and been doing it kind of say, yeah, I was there at the beginning. So that would be kind of cool.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think it would be, it's not even, I mean, it's great to see your account grow, but to me it's not, I would love to see it grow, and that would be fantastic, but I just want to see more people get involved in the product.
Yeah.
I think the growth that you're talking about will happen when those people get involved. And so, but just seeing more kind of activity, more, just new names in the Discord. I do think the one thing, and we'll wrap this up because I know we're getting pretty long here, but I would love to see them, I think Discord can be a barrier to entry sometimes in that.
It totally is.
I know it is for you. And so I'd love to see them, but I think that is something that the app could provide, would be perhaps almost like a Reddit type environment where you could have people communicating via the app versus Discord or something. Just because I think that is, it can be overwhelming for people to have to download a separate app and get an invite to Discord, and then it's like talking to it can be disorienting. And I think that this is one of those things where you have to make it as easy as possible to transition into the digital world, and so to have it be all inclusive in the app so that I'm there. I think that I don't see that here. I see I can be there and I can see social media and such, but for there to be a way for my voice as a collector to be heard in the app too, not just the NFL reporters. Where can a separate place that we can go where I can talk to other collectors and we can talk about, holy crap, did you just see that catch by Malik Neighbors? I cannot believe that. Did you just see, Brian Thomas Moss, that guy? We need and talk around the moments. And I see it really barely hinted at, but I don't feel like that. I feel like is something I think they need, but I don't see that as part of the plan here. But man,
or if you wanted to send a message to another collector and say, hey, I see you got the number 5.
Yeah.
Let's
Bobby
talk.
Johnson. Yeah. Instead
and
of having
a separate
you have to try to
or
figure out
something
what's your name on Discord and who are you, or who are you on Twitter, or who are you over here. Just make it easy in the app to just and make it so it's again, if I'm on a collector's page, make a little thing where it's almost I know it's silly, but I can friend request you, and then you and I can be friends on the platform and we can talk back and forth or something. If we're making this the NFL social hub, there needs to be, that needs to exist. If we are truly, if this is the NFL social network, then it has to be two-way communication. It has to be the NFL giving us information, but we have to be able to communicate with one another as well. And that, to me, is the one thing that I see missing here. That's what we really need, I think, to again, it's nothing against Discord. I think Discord's great, and I've enjoyed my time in it, but I do think that building a community within this app and making it more self-contained, I think could be a huge step for this and the success of it.
You want all the collectors in one spot. You don't want them.
Right.
Again, it's like you got people like it's just there's Dapper, there's NFL AllDay, there's Discord. It's like all these like different.
Right.
It's like for the average person, and it's. I mean, I'm not overwhelmed by Discord. It's just I don't use Discord all that frequently, so it's just the thought of like, okay, I'm going to get on there and do this. It's not something I'm.
No, yeah, and I'm not saying you're overwhelmed by Discord or that Discord's even overwhelming.
No, I'm just saying
what's
like,
overwhelming
again,
is why do I have to be on 6 different platforms to communicate about this? Why do I have to be on X to follow updates and have to be on Discord to see giveaways and announcements? Why, again, getting that more centralized, I think, could be a huge step in the right direction.
Right. I should be getting updates on I should be able to turn on updates on NFL AllDay on the app, and it should be like contests coming out. Oh shit! I shouldn't be getting it on
Don't forget to submit your lineup for this. Don't forget, this mint to completion for this. This is expiring. Do the 100%.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, we moved the needle, but it was only a little bit on Ryan. My needle's moving a little bit more. I am excited about this upcoming season.
Let's do a needle move when it comes out. I think that's
we can track this throughout the year and see how it delivers. I mean, I think part of my thing is I take the football season and I plug it into this as well. Like, I'm always excited about the football season, and it's almost here. And this type of stuff just adds to my excitement. Like, this is what makes football season fun for me, right? This is my holiday season. Mm-hmm. So,
got it.
All right. Well,
it's
if you listen this long, appreciate it.
You need help if you've been here this long.
No, for real though. Drop any thoughts, questions, anything that we missed, thing like that. Please drop a comment. Let us know what's going on. Let us know your thoughts on anything we talked about. Happy to always, we try to respond to everything and make sure that people, we're engaging and such. So please do. We love to, hear from people and talk about the product and such. So, drop something in the comments. Let us know what's going on, and we will catch you on the next episode. All right, Metal.